This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
VS Media Demo.
Papa Hotel Lima Echo November radio check.
Papa Echo November, good afternoon, read you 5.
Good afternoon, read you 5 as well, Papa Echo November.
The X-Zone radio and TV show is largely an opinion talk show. All opinions, comments, or statements of fact expressed by Rob McConnell's guests are strictly their own and are not to be construed as those of the X-Zone radio and TV show or in any manner endorsed by Rob McConnell, Relmar McConnell Media Company, Talkstar Radio Network, its affiliated stations, or employees.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Just a glimpse of your face. I can remember smelling your hair. I'll meet you anywhere, somewhere that no one can retrace, somewhere where no one will know our faces. She has 2 arms to hold me and 4 legs to wrap around me. She's not your typical girlfriend. She's my alien.
And welcome to the X-Zone, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell, coming to you from our studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Worldwide toll-free, 1-800-610-7035. Email xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On MSN Messenger, xzoneradiotv@hotmail.com. And our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. X-Zone Nation, my first guest tonight is a gentleman I've had the pleasure of having on the show before, and you're in for one heck of an hour. Michael Luckman is his name. He's the founder of the Cosmic Majority, the director of the New York Center for Extraterrestrial Research, and author of a book that we've talked about many times here on the X-Zone, Alien Rock, The Rock and Roll Extraterrestrial Connection, which was published by Simon & Schuster. And first of all, Mike, welcome back. It's great having you back here with us in the X-Zone.
Well, thanks very much, Rob. I appreciate the invitation.
Mike, you're one heck of a busy man. Before we get into other things, I understand that you're doing a lot of work, and you're going to be a speaker at an event that's going to be happening, I would imagine, sometime this year, called Contact in the Desert.
It's Contact in the Contact in the Desert, and it's going to take place on from August 9th through 11th of this year, coming right up, at the Joshua Tree Retreat Center in Joshua Tree, California, which is essentially a desert, but this place is like a desert oasis. Frank Lloyd Wright designed the buildings that are there. There are swimming pools, and it's a great place for a conference like this, and there will actually be not only the UFO, many of the UFO superstars that we know about through the years, attending maybe 40 or 50 speakers, but there will also be an attempt to make contact with extraterrestrials using lasers and music and that sort of thing, which Dr. Stephen Greer will be leading.
Now, who else is going to be speaking besides yourself? I understand that Jim Mars is going to be there?
Jim Mars will be there, a whole slew of people. George from the Ancient Aliens.
Oh, George
show.
Tsoukalos, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yvonne Smith, the hypnotherapist. Just a lot of people who were involved in every aspect of this subject.
Wow. Listen, so that's August the 9th to 11th. It's called Contact in the Desert. Is there a way...
And anyone who wants to see the whole lineup and to get the specifics, and simply go to the contactinthedesert.net, and it's all there for you.
Excellent. Michael Luckman is my guest of this first hour, Exonation. His website is www.cosmicmajority.org. Micah, we've got about a minute before I have to take my first break here, but where does your interest in extraterrestrials, UFOs, and the connection between those two and humanity come from?
Well, when I was a kid, I was very impressed by The Day the Earth Stood Still, science fiction movie. It made a great impression on me, and I slowly began to realize as I grew up that there were some photographs, not as many as there are today, and certainly videos today, but there were photographs of UFOs, and they had never been put together before. And actually, I contacted Simon & Schuster, and at the time that Close Encounters was coming out, we attempted to put out a book. Unfortunately, for financial reasons, they had to cut back that season, and the book never got published. But it did start me on my odyssey.
On your odyssey. Mike, stand by, my friend. You and I have to take our first break. Exonation. Michael Luckman is my special guest. His website is www.cosmicmajority.org. And if you'd like to find out more about Contact in the Desert, www.contactinthedesert.net. It's August the 9th to 11th, and Mike Luckman and I return on the other side of this break, here in the X Zone from our studios in Hamilton. Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com.
Do you have a dis-ease that you would like to alleviate through a natural means? Have you been contacted by angels, ghosts, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services free of charge for first-time clients contacting me during the month of April. These free consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you have always wanted to explore these types of experiences but were skeptical or simply could not afford them, then take advantage of this free special offer. Contact me through my website, aguidinglight, spelled LITE.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
Out in the field, farmers grow bread and called for the meat. They took for the shed. Then dark came to fall. Silence was all. A beauty shone bright, surrounded by light. Come on now. I fell in love with an alien. I fell in love with their eyes. Fell in love with an alien.
Mike Luckman is my special guest this hour, Exonation. www.cosmicmajority.org. Mike, do you think that disclosure will ever happen in our lifetimes?
I think it might, but it's not going to happen on a silver platter. In other words, the United States government, which essentially is responsible for keeping the lid on it, while other countries have been more liberal in releasing files and stuff. They just don't want it out, so they won't release it until they absolutely feel that they have to release it. Now, we're getting closer than we've ever been. There are something like 400 former military people, whistleblowers, who have made videotape depositions. I happen to have all of those depositions, talking about what they know about the Roswell crash and the reality of UFOs. We've never been at a point like that in our history, so we're getting a lot closer.
Mike, with all the whistleblowers that are out there, not only the whistleblowers that you talked about, the former members of the military who are talking about Roswell and other events where UFOs and ETs are prevalent, but with the WikiLeaks people, if the government of the United States or any other government actually did have information pertaining to extraterrestrials, don't you think that the Wiki people would have leaked this information already just so that the United States and other countries would be wearing pie on their face?
Yeah, well, actually there were some rumors about possible leak having to do with UFOs. It never really happened. In fact, it did happen, but it turned out all it was your friends, the aliens.
Oh, gosh.
I saw your interview on one of the television shows up in your neck of the woods, and I detest the aliens. I just do. Their recruiting methods and everything else really turn me off, and the use of the swastika is totally reprehensible. But no, the CIA, this is really all under the control of the CIA, and it was best summed up perhaps by George W. Bush Sr. When he told President Carter, who had seen a UFO and was very interested in getting to the bottom of it, that he didn't have it, that Carter didn't have a need to know. And there's one of the people who testified at Citizens' hearing on UFO disclosure in Washington D.C. at the press club there just recently talked about very convincingly about and his background was checked out. He claimed that he had been the one who had been in touch with President Eisenhower, and had actually been asked by the CIA to get certain information from Eisenhower, because Eisenhower allegedly was threatening to invade Area 51, believe it or not, using military units to get to some of the evidence about Roswell.
What really do you think happened at Roswell, New Mexico, going back to 1947?
Well, as time has gone on, there have been so many stories. I mean, 2 craft, 3 different craft, little men, the Greys, this and that. But the thing that makes me certain that it happened is that Edgar Mitchell, the Apollo 14 astronaut, when we were both on the Geraldo show, I put this question to him, and at that time it was kind of early for him to be taking a stand.